to finish my SSA collection today. I don't care how many graves I have to rob, I am getting Ghost Roaster. Oh, here's one over here.
6.5 hours later.
Here's the grave robbing good piece. I found some cool stuff though. Like you guys will never believe it. I found a full bottle of tomato sauce. In one grave. This is awesome!
Eternity later.
Guys, you'll never believe it. I found Ghost Roaster! But the cops are here! I need to go! Oh! Please! I shouldn't be here! Oh, hey. Well, I guess I'm stuck in prison. Typical. But hey, at least they let me keep the Ghost Roaster. I guess I'll go say hi to my cellmate. Hello, I hope you're doing well. My name's Hero. Okay, yeah, I need to get out of here as soon as possible. I am not dealing with that. I don't know what to do, guys. I cannot handle that. I refuse. I am not going back in there. I am terrified. What's that? Talk about Ghost Roaster and I'll help you out. Why? They got nothing better to do. So this ugly fuck, yeah?
No chain, no gain!
So, Ghost Roaster has a pretty weird design, which doesn't really make sense in the later games, but especially in SSA when it was first introduced, it was kind of weird, considering all Skylanders were either humanoid or dragon-like. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't like his design. The only thing to describe it is that he's a badass skeleton with a vampire coat and a big chain mace for legs. So, very unique, especially for the original 32. Now, unfortunately, Ghost Roaster is a pilot with a gun, which honestly sucks. I think he has so much potential for a series. But nonetheless, he does have one other figure, that being his Eon's Elite. So yeah, Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster is actually really unique. Hey, get out of there and come and eat some food, Varmin! Okay, I'm coming. God, it's almost like I'm in prison the way they treat me. Okay, I'm going. At least prison food should be half decent. Please no. Please no. Don't you just love prison food? Oh god, that was disgusting. Anyway, as most Eon's Elites do, Ghost Roaster now has a stupid amount of health, along with a shiny new weapon. Oh well, lower half of his body. I don't really know how to describe it. Nonetheless, I like Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster. So I think they could have made the figure a bit more interesting. Now it's time to talk about Ghost Roaster's personality and backstory. Ghost Roaster was once a great chef. He was Gordon Ramsay. He is Gordon Ramsay. He loved cooking, and one day when he was getting wool for soup, I don't know, man. Anyway, Ghost Roaster fell off of a cliff into the Valley of the Undead, woo! Which made Ghost Roaster turn to an undead, ghost-eating, ghoul ghost roaster. That's a tongue twister. Then fucking fooled everyone! This kinky motherfucker. Anyway, the mayor of the town, or whoever was upset about Ghost Roaster being too kinky.
Oh, yes.
They stuck Ghost Roaster to a giant metal mace chain thing, then Master decided to make him a Skylander. For no reason at all, really. So overall, for a backstory, it's pretty unique, I guess, which is really nice, because a lot of Skylander backstories are Usually really basic, so I'm glad to see some variety. But also at the same time, what the fuck is this backstory? I don't even know what's happening half the time. Like, he's a chef, okay, then he falls into the undead valley or whatever, and then he just fucking ate everyone. I don't even know anymore. I don't think I want to know. Okay. Oh, sorry guys again for the interruption. It's time for my hourly cavity search with Grave Lover. Yes, this time for my cavity search. I'll be back soon, guys. Also, don't ask why my shirt and pants have changed. Fuck you. This is not bad consistency. Your mom's bad consistency. I'll be back soon. Alright, we'll just bend over. I don't, oh. Okay.
Oh yeah!
Oh. Well, that was, an interesting experience. Anyway, Ghost Roaster is quite a crazy character, eating pretty much anything in sight, but mainly ghosts. Ghosts. I hope for hexes and several other Skylanders' sake. So he's got quite a unique personality, and he's a very fun character, and also just batshit crazy. Anyway, let's move on to the moveset. First attack is a simple chain whip. Well, it isn't really simple, I guess it's not really... Yeah. Listen, mate. It's hard to explain how a skeleton ghoul war monster attacks. Or, well, I guess it isn't that hard, considering his other attack is just him eating enemies, which I just described. I know, I'm great at transitions. His second attack is Skull Charge, whereas I just said he charged around as a giant skull, gnawing on anything he can get his, well, mouth on? I don't really know anymore. Anyway, the next upgrade is Peng Chain, where it's just an attack increase to the main attack. The next upgrade is also just a basic attack increase, but this time for Skull Charge, which is kind of boring, but... Next upgrade is a pretty unique one, actually. It's his third attack, Ectoplasm Mode. Ectoplasm Mode, which is a name, I guess. This quote-unquote attack is more of a move to help you out of sticky situations, making you invincible to all attacks, but you take little bits of damage over time. My move style and can't attack while using this move. But it can be upgraded a bit, but we'll get to that later. I'm not really the biggest fan of this upgrade. I personally never really use it. It just doesn't feel very effective to use. Beta male ectoplasm. Chad Skull Charge. Anyway, the next upgrade is Taunt. So when Ghost Roaster kills an enemy, it turns them into a ghost that attacks other enemies. Great. Now let's move on to the different upgrade paths. Alright, let's start off with Fear Eater. So Fear Eater upgrades the Ectoplasm mode, which, as I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of this move. But anyway, the first upgrade of this pass, which is called Phase Shift Burst, which is kind of a mouthful, but not, but like, you know, it makes it so all nearby enemies take damage when you're in Ectoplasm mode, which is pretty good, actually. Anyway, the next upgrade of this pass is Ecto-Friendly, which makes it so you lose less health and move faster in Ectoplasm mode. And finally, for the last upgrade of this pass, we have Nightmare Touch, which makes it so if you touch a ghost in Ectoplasm mode, it will cause an explosion, which can be pretty helpful. So overall, this path makes Ectoplasm mode way better. But since I barely ever use it, this path seems kind of useless to me. But if you use Ectoplasm mode often, you should most definitely pick this path. Now it's time to get on to my preferred path, the Skullmaster path. This path focuses on making the Skull Charge attack better, which I use all the time. The first upgrade of this path is Fright Bite, which increases the Skull Charge moves damage, which is nothing too special, but it's still pretty good. The next upgrade of this is Unfinished Business, which makes it so if you defeat an enemy with the Skull Charge move, it makes a ghost appear. It makes a ghost appear, which is nice, because usually you would have to use your main attack to make this happen. And now the last upgrade of this path, Life Transfer, which is amazing. And one of the two reasons I picked this path. So with this upgrade, now when you touch a ghost while using Skull Charge, you will eat them, you will roar them, you will become too kinky to comprehend. And once you eat them, you also gain health, which is super helpful for making up lost health from using Ectoplasm mode, or just healing overall. So overall, both paths are really good, and it just depends how you play Ghost Roaster. If you use Ectoplasm mode often, pick the Fear Eater path. If you use Skull Charge, pick the Skullmaster path. But before we finish this weird conversation about this wacky ghoul in prison, we need to talk about the Soul Gem, which is honestly not that amazing. Like, it's good, no doubt, but when you unlock a Soul Gem, you usually want an awesome new attack, or something that you can see, like, you know, T-Rex's bird doing that, you know, stuff like that. This Soul Gem leave lingering curses, just makes it so Ghost, you summon do more damage and have a bit of knockback. Which is fine, once again, but I'm not saying a Soul Gem should be in my opinion. Overall, Ghost Roaster is awesome, but definitely could be better. I think Ghost Roaster is a great Skylander that I could definitely get behind. He seems to be able to, a lot of players seem to be able to play him, and he is really cool, especially for an SSA Skylander. Anyway, can I leave now? I talked about Ghost Roaster. Please, can I go? Okay, hello? Is someone gonna help me out, like they said, or? Guess that's fake. Guess I got no choice but to live out my life sentence. Shit. Oh my Jesus Christ! What the hell are you?
Bring the boom!
What do you mean you got hurt? What's happening? Why did you just blow up my door? I loved that door. That was my favorite door. It was my only door. Oh wait, you're here to help me escape. Which way do I go? This prison layout makes no sense. Almost as if it's a house. I think I'm almost safe. Where the hell am I? This went probably. And thus, Hero was never seen again. Forever escaped from the prison. Running forever. Until next time, on Dragon Ball Z!
Woo! Yeah! Yeah! I'm free! Let's go!